What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Something Amazing. So for the last 2 weeks or so, we've been using the MH670 wireless headset from Coolermaster, and in today's episode we'll just share with you some of the pros and cons and possibly why you should really consider getting one of these headsets. Let's get into it. So for the last 2 weeks or so, we've been testing out the Coolermaster MH670. It's the wireless headset, which is part of the new range of headsets that they launched, which comes in the MH630, which is a 3.5mm analog headset and an entry-level cheap version, which will suit anyone's budget. You also got the MH650, which is a permanently wired digital connection, but that has RGB over the ear cups, and then this being the MH670. So we did do an unboxing video of this headset, and if you missed it, you can catch it in the link in the description box down below, and we'll also put a card up here so you can check it out at a later stage. Firstly, the build quality and the design. Coolermaster always makes some of the best looking stuff. I love their modern, minimalistic and very sleek design that they've applied to a lot of their products. This MH670 does not have RGB, but it still looks and feels great. You've got leather, or pleather should I say, ear cups, and it also has a pleather headband, and it's made out of strong, durable plastic with good amount of flex, and it has steel in the headbands as well with enough adjustability. Now, one of the big problems I have, I'm quite a big guy, and I have a large head, I think, and I have quite big ears, and I found it's extremely comfortable with the MH670. It fits me comfortably, and it does have some weight to it. So this has a weight of about just under 350 grams, but you don't feel that, and that's because obviously the battery is within the headset. I used it for long gaming sessions of about 6 to 8 hours, and I never felt uncomfortable at all. The materials are soft. It's extremely comfortable. On the inside of the ear cups, the material that's covering the drivers is extremely soft, and I have quite large ears, and my ears do not touch the driver material at all, so there's no irritation. Another thing about the ear cups is it also, at the top of the ear cups, they have these ventilation ports, and I found during long gaming sessions, etc., my ears do not get hot or sweaty like with other headsets that I've used in the past. So long-term use and comfortability, 10 out of 10.
Nice.
With the USB connection, the wireless connection, you can connect it to consoles out there. So if you're a big Xbox or PlayStation user, you can use these headsets on your console as well. The one big thing I was interested in testing out, or the thing I was excited about the most, was this actual boom microphone. So this microphone actually comes off the previous line of headsets, which is the MH700 series, and it got a lot of praise. And let me tell you, firstly, gaming headsets have terrible boom mics. If you use gaming headsets in the past, they all sound terrible, and I was using an ASUS headset as my daily driver, and my teammates always complained because if I had to cough, etc., while we were gaming, all they hear is a screeching sound, and it was terrible, very compressed, and the quality was really, really bad. So there's been a lot of praise around this boom microphone, and this boom microphone attaches to the headset on the one side, which has a cover, so when you're not using the boom microphone, there's not an opening that's there. And it's got a dedicated mute button. We covered this in the unboxing video, and one of the things I love about this mute button is that it's a push-in button. Now, what's the benefit of that? So a lot of other wireless headsets have just a button with an LED indicator maybe, but this lets you know when you are actually muted. You actually feel the button go in and out, and I thought that's a great plus. So you don't have to take the headset off to check if you are actually muted. So on the microphone, just something to be aware of. It is powered better when you're using the 3.5mm connection, and here's a sound test of it in a wired and wireless mode. So this is a microphone test using the 3.5mm TRRS connection. As you can hear, the voice is less compressed. Obviously, a hardwired connection powers the headset more. But obviously, what's more important is this being a wireless headset, we want to compare the quality of the mic sound of a wired connection versus a wireless connection. And the voice, once again, is crisp and clear. And if I have to cough, there's no screeching or tearing. And it's good quality, picking up your deep bass tones and as well as your higher frequencies. So this is a microphone test using the wireless 2.4 gigahertz receiver. As you can hear, the voice is crisp, it's clear, picks up the deep bass in my voice, and if I have to cough, there is no screeching or tearing. So it gives crisp, clear audio, which is of a really high quality. So moving on to the the actual sound quality of these headsets. So I've been using them for gaming for a while now, for the last 2 weeks, and playing the titles that I usually play, which is Counter-Strike, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, and obviously Call of Duty multiplayer and both Warzone. Out of the box, the sound quality is quite amazing. In games like PUBG and Counter-Strike, the volume was more than adequate, and it has a dedicated volume wheel on the one side of the headset. I could hear footsteps extremely well, much better than my daily driver ASUS headset. The one downside, or the one thing that a lot of people complained about, is that it lacks a lot of bass. But using this headset on the standard profile out of the box, I thought the bass was more than adequate, because I found that on my 60mm driver ASUS headset, sometimes the bass is just too overpowering. So if you're in PUBG and you end up in the red zone, or if you're driving a vehicle, you can't hear anything else, because the bass just drowns out everything. And that's one of the things when you start moving to high quality audio, like you see here behind you with all the monitor speakers, etc. You want to hear the bass, but you don't want the bass to distort the other frequencies that you're listening to. So with the other exception was, though, with Call of Duty. Call of Duty, out of the box, this headset is too overpowering. It's too loud. So I actually got this has a software that comes with it that you download, obviously, from the internet on the Coolermaster website. Now, if I had to give one negative thing about this, it's the software. Coolermaster software isn't the greatest out there. It's laggy at times. I've had issues with it where it crashed, and then it also clashed with my other Coolermaster peripherals. So once I installed this, then it wasn't detecting or picking up my keyboard, for example. And these are things that Coolermaster obviously can fix with just software upgrades in the future. But the software is one area that it really, really lacks. And I feel if they fix that, they just got a wonderful, great product here. So with the software I created for Call of Duty, because it's very loud. If you played it, you know how loud Call of Duty is. I created a more flat profile with just some adjustment of the higher frequency ranges, and that enabled me to hear footsteps obviously well within the game, and then the sound or the game audio just wasn't overpowering, drowning out my chat programs like TeamSpeak or Discord, etc. The one other thing within the software, it allows you to save multiple profiles. So I saved a Call of Duty profile, and you can play around. But the one thing is, it gives you a lot of adjustments on the higher frequency ranges, but on the lower frequency ranges, it only allows you to adjust from about 60 hertz, whereas the frequency range is actually from 20 hertz. So they can add more frequency adjustment, and that would just be something that would be done through the software. But in today's episode, we thought, that's just my personal experience, but I wanted us to actually know what the actual quality of the audio is coming from the headset. So we're going to be joined by a professional sound engineer and a music producer. He goes by the name of Elroy, and he's going to just take us through what the audio quality of this headset really is.
How's it, guys? I'm Elroy and I'm an audio engineer.
So Elroy, firstly, how do the headsets feel? You used lots of headsets in the past.
Yep.
How does it feel wearing them?
These are extremely comfortable, I won't lie. Hey, and they're nice, like over the ear. I don't feel like, because usually when I wear headphones, I don't know if it's, my ears are big or they're usually pressing on my ears, and after extended periods of listening, it usually starts to get painful. But these, I can definitely see myself wearing these all day, all night.
So I had the same issue.
Yeah.
So obviously you put it through the paces, you tested it in the wired and wireless mode. How's the sound quality on that?
Sound quality is really great. I was listening from the low end all the way to the top end. I think these, what I like about these, they're great for listening. For listening, if you're listening to music or you're going to be listening to something all day, they're really great. I wouldn't say they if you were an engineer, for example, for mixing and mastering. I don't really know about using it in that aspect, but for leisure listening, yes, definitely. You can listen to this all day and your ears, there won't be no ear fatigue. Definitely that won't be an issue. I don't see that being a problem. Because the reason why I say that for engineering is I was listening to the top end, for example. I could hear it's sort of like, it's almost like a limiter. It's like built-in sensors that protect your ears. So you as a consumer, I don't think you can go deaf using these things. I don't see how you can go, because I put it through the paces. I played loud, soft, content with extremely sharp high frequencies, content with extremely low frequencies. The speakers weren't rattling, they weren't like, it didn't feel like they were about to break or anything like that. They could handle everything, so that impressed me. But yeah. Definitely.
And what do you think about the frequency range that it has? So you say it will, for like media use, multimedia use,
yeah, multimedia
gaming use,
they're perfect. They're perfect, absolutely perfect. Because usually the main worry is when you're listening to something at high volumes is that you can basically damage your hearing, and that's what you don't want. And these bad boys, they've put systems in place that protect your ears. That really protect your ears. They're there for making sure that you don't lose your hearing in the long run. So I think that's a good thing about them.
And was there any difference when using it in the wired mode versus the wireless mode?
The wired mode, it was a bit softer. I think like when I used the wireless USB connection, there was like almost a 10 dB boost. I'm not sure what the specs say, but it felt like that. Like listening from my end.
It's weird that you say that, because obviously from the manufacturing sheet, there's an increased frequency range in the wired mode usually, which is from 15 Hz up to 25 kilohertz, and then in your wireless it's from 20 to 20 kilohertz.
Okay, I see. All right. I didn't play any sub content to really check the 15 hertz like that.
Yeah.
So I'll have a listen to that. I'll play something now that has that low end, that super low end. But listening to music and some pink noise and brown noise there, I'm quite impressed. I really am impressed. Because usually me and my as an engineer, I'm always looking for headphones that I can use for work and for leisure. And yeah, this is definitely up there.
So,
really up there.
what something that a lot of people complained about in other review videos, out of the box, we haven't adjusted equalizer settings, etc.
So this is the flat setting.
This is as it comes out of the box.
Okay, that's fantastic.
How was the bass in the headsets? Because a lot of people complain that there's not enough bass in other review videos?
There's bass. No, the bass is really good. There's not a lot of sub bass. The sub bass you don't really pick up, and that that might be because of the distance from the capsule to your eardrum, because it does have a bit of a gap. But even that gap, it's, for me, I see from a like, in terms of now protecting your ears perspective, it's a good thing. I don't mind that.
Yeah. In the long term,
in the long term, yeah. That's my main focus, preventing hearing damage. That's all. But the bass is. It was for me, the bass was good, but yeah, I understand what some consumers might like, that sub bass, they want the head to shake and everything. I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
I've got big speakers to do that for me. Yeah.
So you've used many headsets, obviously high quality, from your Sennheisers to M Audio to high. Well, you got Genelec monitor speakers here.
Yeah.
If you had to compare this headset to another headset you've used in the past, what would you put it on? What level would you put it at?
Sure. My favorites for the longest time used to be the Sennheiser, the HD 212s, and then I recently came across these were a gift, the V Moda. These ones I use for work and for leisure. I definitely put it up there with these ones with my current daily drivers. But then these ones I would use more for when I'm listening to music, when I'm going for walks, or if I'm gaming. Not for work purposes, but definitely for if I'm chilling and I'm not doing anything where my ears are working.
Yeah.
I'll definitely. They surprise me. I would definitely go for these as well.
So if you had to put a price point on this, obviously this is the first time you've seen these headsets or anything. If you had to put a price point on this, quality-wise, from what you've heard, the build quality, etc., what would you expect these to go for? Like, what price range?
No less than 2,500 rand.
Okay, so these come in at 1,800, 1,900.
Are you serious?
Rand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Alroy, thanks for joining us, obviously, on this episode and giving us your feedback. We wanted some professional input, and yeah, man, thanks once again.
No, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you!
So, I know this has been a bit of a long video, but we wanted to cover obviously all the pros and cons that we personally experienced using this headset over the last 2 weeks. Firstly, build quality is amazing, battery life is amazing, comfort-wise, one of the best headsets I've used out there. Some of the cons, I would have preferred if they also had a wired digital connection, because you got a wired analog connection. So if you wanted to use a mic or getting a better quality, probably a limitation of the wireless boom mic, even though it's a great mic, one of the best out there actually, when compared to other gaming headsets, is the fact that it's over a 2.4 gigahertz connection. But being over a 2.4 gigahertz connection, you're getting zero lag, and you wouldn't hear any lag while gaming. So as a gaming headset, it's really, really good. Now, the question is, before we get to that, one of the cons is obviously the software. That's just the one thing I didn't like about this headset, was the software that comes along. But that is something that Coolermaster can easily fix. Now, the question you have to ask yourself, should I buy this? Now, is it the best headset out there? Certainly not. Is it the best microphone or the best mic you're going to get out there? Certainly not. But the one thing to consider as a total package, coming in at a price point of just 1,800 or 1,899 Rand, compared to other wireless headsets out there on the market as well, at this price point and the features that it has and the high quality of the audio, the microphone and the build, is really a no-brainer. And it's something I'm going to consider buying for myself, for my personal use, and this is probably going to become my daily driver once I get one. And it's really something that you should consider out there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please follow us on our other social media links. It will also be in the description box down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please always comment down in the comment section and let us know what you thought about this Coolermaster MH670. And yeah, remember to like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.